Aerial powered up, just getting it horizontal, checking the level of the aerial, so it's at 45 degrees. I'm going to keep it straight. So there we have it, pretty much stock arrangement. That's how it was set up. Just bolted the plate on there now and put it in position. I think I'd already aligned it when the car was getting prepped, when I was fixing it the first time round. So I put a power pack on it. We just power down now and away we go back into it. So there's our aerial done. Next job please. I'm just making a gasket for this door striker catch plate. So I just don't want it metal to metal. I mean, lovely new paint. So use the corner of the paper. Best way, and it's slightly under there. Just go around. Get your centres in there. Yeah, it's just so it's not metal to metal on the door striker plate. So we'll just we'll get that cut out, and then we'll put some oil on that so it soaks up, so it's sort of oil filled gasket. I'll put that on the door back now. I've just done the door locks on the driver's side, sorry, passenger side door locks going on now. I'm just building that up. Okay, gasket on, striker plate going on the car. Passenger front door going on, lock going on, greased up, ready to accept all of the rod linkages now. Just planned it all out there, so get that in. And then we'll adjust this striker plate and get that right, get the gasket on that striker plate, and get that all set up. Back door's absolutely mint, perfectly lined up and closes like a dream. I'll show you that in a minute. Right, just mirror polished the lock and keyed that for Swampy's key, just by adjusting those the tumblers there. Just file them down to suit when the key's in, and you can get it to match the Swampy's locks a bit seized. So I've just got this other lock, so that's clean and ready to go in now. Start building the passenger front door handle, put it together now. Here we go. Okay, there you go. So that's nice spring action on that. New spring at the top there, just underneath this split washer there. You see the spring there, just fits either side of that. You just one side of the locking pin of the spring, stretch it across the top onto that side with your lock in the right position. That creates the spring back effect. You get a nice powerful action now on that. Right, we're in. We are smoothie. That's that. So if we lock that down, pull the handle, there we go. So that's on. Just the interior release handle to do next. That just hooks behind at the back. So there you are, it's all greased in. You see the wax oil as well there. Now we've hit that with the wax oil. So that door's looking complete, nicely sealed. We're going to go around with some terps later on and just clean up, but what I've done, I've heated the edge of the, very gently again, the panel fold on the door. So what we've done, we've got the wax to liquefy, and then what it's done, it's run into the crevice, and you can see there how it's actually gone inside and behind that fold. So your wax oil's actually penetrated behind this lip. So we're going to do that on all the doors. Heat gun on, wax oil the door first, and heat gun on, get it to come out the drain channels, and then just get a cloth and draw it along, keeping this door warm as well. Be careful not to burn your paint, of course. So I'm just waving the heat gun along and then just watching. As soon as you see the wax just start to run, and you go along there and then just draw it across with a cloth. When it's finished, it will set. Then you just terps over the top of that and wipe it all off, and then your that vulnerable bottom door fold is then sealed in with the wax or the dinner trough. That's how we've done that. I've got it up in the upper cavities as well and across. Not gone mad, but I've not been conservative either, you know, I've had it in between. So that's the wax oil procedure for all the doors. We'll all be getting it into those panel folds as much as we can. Quite a bit of thought's got to go into the wax oil. You've got to sit down and think of every little spot. It's easy to miss jobs, it's easy to miss areas or not think whereabouts you're going to need it, you know. So stuff like this bead post, you want it coming out of there, you want it inside this and liquefying and almost fanning and running out of there. You want to get an inspection mirror and look. Ideally one of those cameras would be good if you can poke the camera down. You want to be inside there, the same you want to be underneath that, you want to be in that cavity of the box sill section behind here on the A panels. You see where I've done that, it's just come out of that hole. So don't go be shy with your wax oil, and remember, use a heat gun as well to let it run to where you need it to go. So we keep on going. So there's your back door. Listen to this for a back door. Hold on, man. I'm going to turn the radio off. We've got the speakers coming through there, as you know. If I just turn that down, I think this is a bit better than the other side. Okay, so we're there, but listen to this. That is neat. So we're done with that striker plate. And we've got the gap right and clean there as well. So close that, and then you're right there, down the arch and along your sill. So that's that gap's good. So we're done with that striker plate, and we've got the gap right and clean there as well. So close that, and then you're right there, down the arch and along your sill. So that's that gap's good. So that finishes the gapping.
Run through again a little later. UK Villains at Foxes Road, Wolverhampton, Billy Nasty, Nick Warren, Clive Henry, Tim Jeffrey and Andrew. And on Sunday, Club for Life at Wobble at the venue Hockley in Birmingham with Jeremy Healy, Chris and James, Phil Gifford, Cylon and Fanny Paris. And Decadence and Swoon presents Cliché at the Engine House also on Sunday in bronze.
Okay, heater distribution box in, gasket made there out of a nice bit of foam stuff courtesy of Mad Mike. Really good stuff. So made a nice square gasket, found the locking what do you call it, locking clip. There's a little clip pushes over that mount hole, and then hex bolt goes in with a washer on there to lock your distributor in. So in there, locked in at the pins at the back, there's two little slots. It just, the back of the distribution box hooks in and pulls up on there and squashes that gasket with a nice airtight seal. So distribution box, just got to get these tubes in position now. We'll just take these back off, clip the tubes on, slot it all back together. That's fitted then. Okay, that's that on. Right, bulkhead sound pad. You've got a sound deadening felt pad backed with a bitumen. I've double backed it because it was a bit flaky and it had cracked. So that's solid, made it more solid. That goes right round underneath the pedal box and up into that triangle shape there. So we've covered all areas now. Soundproof felt, bitumen pad on top, back bitumen pads as well, and the bulkhead. So we're all, that's the max out on the soundproofing. In we go. Okay, insulating pad going on the back of the heater duct. That just stops any rattles. That squishes up now. We've got that nice padding on there. It's going to help us on our way to a rattle-free world. There we go. Just going for an airtight seal now around that duct in there. Aluminium foil going on. Here we go. It's blockbuster, baby. just stops any air leaking out, and with the aluminium you can take the heat, won't sag or drop off like insulation tape might do. That stays locked on. Just a bit of a double measure there for you, we'll do both sides. We just haven't got a clue what to do. Can we do this now and get that in one piece? It doesn't look like we can. We've got to get up into that slot and onto there because the heater has to go in last. There's a little technique needed for this. I have to draw the heater out, lock it all in and push it in, looks like. Yep. I'll draw the heater box out, distribution box out, and then shove the whole lot in. Otherwise it seems difficult to get them ducts onto there. Okay, not a problem. No problem. We'll do that now. Where's that? We'll whiz this box back out, draw it out, and then put the heater pipes on and slot it in. See you in a sec. Right, I've got it in position and ready to slot in. Yeah, your demist ducts there, ready to go. Where are we? There we are. Okay, so I've slotted it all on, get the pipes, fiddle it around, mess it around a bit. You'll work it out and then slot in now, get that bolt on. It should draw up nicely now. I think it's a 12mm, that one. There's a little clip that slides on at the back, and then you've got a hex nut. That's the manual spec. If you lose that clip, pretty tricky because there's a certain depth on them, and it's a certain size to take a decent meaty Torx bolt. So you can get them little tiny ones that take posi drive screws, but that'd be no good. It's got to be a beefy back locking. I don't know what they call those things. There's sort of not a cage nut, but self tapper goes in it, slides in, and then you put a self tapper in. Now, that is a self tapper, but it's a hex head with a big thread on it. Looks like M6 or something. So I only found that out by chance. I didn't know what went on here. I thought it had a captive nut, but it doesn't. It's just a hole, so you've got to slide that cage thing on. Okay, fresh air vents tubes. Repadded the top of that with a new foam pad because that was worn out, the other one. So we've got the new foam on. Taped up the joint so there's no air leaks. Another foam pad on the side of there. We'll tape that up when it's on. So that's now going into the dash there at the top, easily enough, straightforward. Away we go with that. All straightforward stuff, this. Let's get that mounted. Right, I've got the fan on, power feed, and here's my cold air vents. And it's not even on full speed. I'm running on 9 volts at the moment. It's quiet. It's powerful. We've got fresh air coming out of there, blasting out, no leaks, just checking now. Just switch on down to, whoa, you see the power there, hold on. I wish my green car was this good. Let's see if we can shift that. There you go, loads of power. And it's quiet running as well with the bulkhead being insulated as well. I'm not getting the normal drone that you get. It's certainly a lot quieter anyway with that setup. Really pleased with that. I like the sound of it. It's nice and solid. Nothing rattling, it's all air sealed up. Runs smooth. All the controls are quiet. Just sounds like a modern system now. If I was a passenger here now, I'd be quite pleased with that airflow. Great, okay, so heater successful, heater box successful. We're all plumbed in really nice and neat. It's another job off the list. And I can see why you need to put all this in first, of course, as it's buried right up against the bulkhead. That's definitely a first fix. So it's over to the steering column now, getting somewhere. Over and out for this part of the vid. That's heater running smooth.